friends, welcome back and thanks for clicking. Well, I'm Niharika and I have a great news for you. My cousin is getting married. Well, she called me last night and she said that she has found her Prince Charming and she's getting married. So I was like, wow, could you send me a picture? And she said, oh, I'm sorry, I don't have a picture. So I was like, how does he look like? And she was like, well, she had no words. So that brings me here to do a lesson. Well, in English, we have a lot of words to describe physical appearances of people. And that's what we are going to look at. So this lesson is for my cousin and, of course, for all my students out there. Now, the very first thing that we notice is, of course, the physical appearance of a person, right? And if we have to describe it to someone, how are we going to do that? Well, let's begin with the height. Now, you want to tell someone that you know how tall he is or how short he is. So you're going to have 3 words. If he's short, then you're going to say he's really short, okay? And average. Average can be used for someone who has medium height, okay? Medium height, or he's just normal, okay? Not too short, not very tall. So he's either you can use he's average, or you can say medium height. And then you have tall. He's really tall. So if you're describing someone and that person is really tall, just use the word tall, okay? Then we talk about the build. Now, build is basically you talk about the body weight. Okay, so now what are the words that you're going to use? Well, for the girls, if the girl is extremely thin, okay, you're gonna say she's very skinny. Now, skinny is a negative word, okay? The girls are not gonna like it if you're gonna say, hey, you look skinny. So that's a negative term. You can say you look thin or you are slim, okay? Slim is like, okay, the girl has a nice, perfect figure. So you can use the word slim or slender, okay? So 3 words, skinny, a little more negative. Slim and slender are just perfect words for the girls who are thin. And what about the people who are a little fat? Well, what are the words that you can use? You can use the word plump, okay? She's a little plump or he's a little plump. Chubby, okay? Now, if you're fat, then you have fat everywhere, right? So you are chubby. Like your face is really full, then you can say chubby. Obese is a term used for very fat people, okay? So that's obese. And then you have stout. Now, stout is used for someone who is short and fat, okay? So if I have to describe someone who is a little short and fat, I'm going to say, oh, he's a little stout, okay? That's the word that you can use. Just write it for you. Short and fat. So you can use the words plump, chubby, obese, but don't just directly say he's fat. He's really fat. That's going to be mean, okay? So don't use that word. Now let's move to the complexion. Now, of course, when you're describing people's appearances, you are going to talk about the complexion as well. So wheatish. Well, I am wheatish. Well, most of the Asians are wheatish. So wheatish is a better word for brown, okay? Like usually people say, oh, she's a brown or he's a brown. But a better word is wheatish. Tanned. Now, tanned can be color of your skin when you get tanned, okay? When you go out in the sun, you get tanned. Or if you're using the tanning machine, then you get tanned, right? So that's tanned. Dark skinned is when you're a little black, but do not use the word black. That's mean, okay? That's not the right word to use. So you can use the word he's a little dark-skinned or he's white, okay? So most of the Americans and Europeans are whites, okay? So you can use the word white, okay? Then let's move to hair. Now, how do you describe someone's hair? We have 3 categories under that. You talk about the length, okay? You talk about the style, and you talk about the color, okay? So let's look at the words that you can use. Someone who has no hair, okay? He's a baldy. Well, baldy is a slang term, but you can use the word bald. Okay, so he's bald because he or she has no hair. Okay? Okay, the next one, short. Now, if someone has really short hair, then you're gonna say she has short hair. Shoulder length. So shoulder length is like medium length, okay? So mine is kind of shoulder length hair. And then it's long. Well, she's got real long hair. So long is when you have like real pretty long hair. Okay, I wish I had long hair. Unfortunately, I don't. But yes, this is one of the type of hair. Okay, now in English, please make sure you just say hair. Okay, many people make a mistake by saying hairs. That's completely incorrect. Okay, it's just gonna be hair. Okay, now let's look at the style. So some girls or even men, they have straight hair, okay, which are like straight, like mine are straight. Well, mine are a little wavy and straight. Then wavy is, you know, something like mine. Well, I'm sorry, I'm confused. Well, mine are kind of straight and wavy. So wavy are, you know, not tight curls, but, you know, loose curls. That's wavy. And curly is, you know, someone who has like real tight curly hair. Okay, so that's the style of hair. And then the color of hair. Now, blonde, okay, one of the color type. There are number of hair colors, but I've just taken the most common ones here. We have blonde, we have redhead. Okay, so redhead is a term used for women who have red color hair. Okay, she's a redhead. Gray is, you know, the salt pepper look, or someone who's aging. Okay, they have gray hair. And then you've got brunette. She's a brunette, or he's a brunette. Now, brunette is a term used for someone who has brown hair. Okay, so that's the term that you can use rather than just saying the color of her hair is brown. You can say she is brunette. Okay, so these are some words that would help you to describe the physical appearance of a person. And now let's have a look at some more words. Now let's have a look at eyes. Well, how would you describe someone's eyes? Well, of course, you're gonna talk about the color. Now, color, we have people who have blue colored eyes, people who have gray colored eyes, brown, and even green. Okay, that's the beautiful color. I wish I had green colored eyes. And I think the women who have green or blue colored eyes, they look so pretty. So you can talk about the color of the eyes. Now, do not say she has a black eye. Okay, a black eye is an expression that is used when someone is punched in his eye. Okay, so your eye turns black. Okay, it's like a wound on your eye. So that's a punched eye. Well, that punched eye is called as a black eye. So don't say she has a black eye. Just say the color of her eyes are black. Okay, you can use that. So talk about the color. Then you can talk about whether they are big, they're small, they're tiny. Okay, you can talk about the size of the eyes. And then we have a term called squint. So squint is used for a person whose eyes are not aligned. Okay, so basically they do not look at the same direction. Okay, so one eye would be over here and the other eye, the direction of the eye would be here. Okay, so it doesn't go in the same direction. So the people who have these kind of eyes, well, they are squint. Okay, Then we have facial features. So we spoke about eyes, we spoke about the height, build, and everything. Now let's look at facial features. So for men, okay, if they have beard, that's the facial hair, then it's called as beard. We have mustache. Now mustache is facial hair above your lip, okay, that's mustache. Then we have pimples. Well, pimples are those ugly red marks that just pop out of nowhere. Even men have pimples and even women. And especially for teenagers, it's a big problem. So that woman has too many pimples on her face. So pimples are those red pop-ups on your face. Then we have mole. Mole is a black mark. Well, many people call it as a beauty mark as well, but the right term is a mole. Mole is like a black mark. You can get it like anywhere on the body, not necessarily on the face, but yes, that black mark is called as a mole. And then you have dimples. Well, dimples, I think it looks really cute, especially on women. Now, dimples is a small depression in the flesh. Okay, many people have it either on the cheek or on the chin. And as I said, I think that it kind of looks really cute. So these are the words that you can use to describe a person's physical appearance. And next time you are trying to do that, I hope you would not fall short of words. Hope this lesson is helpful to you. I'll be back with a new lesson. Till then, take care.